36 minutes past the hour. How about this next story? Georgia could soon become the first state in the country to require every student to be checked for weapons when they enter a public school. Schools across the country have implemented security measures like metal detectors or required students to use clear backpacks. But a new bill moving through the Georgia state legislature would be the first in the nation to require weapons checks at all public schools. It comes after a 14-year-old was convicted of shooting and killing 2 classmates and 2 teachers back in 2024. Joining me now is Republican Georgia State Representative and House Majority Leader Chuck Efstration, who is sponsoring the bill. Representative, good morning to you, and thank you for your time, sir.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
You know, as a mother, I read this headline that Georgia could become the first to have this in all their schools, and I applaud it. But then, Representative, I'm immediately disappointed that this isn't already reality in schools across the country. Why?
Well, I think that what we've seen is with technology advancements in place, this can be rolled out very affordably compared to systems we maybe had previously. Every parent deserves to know when they drop their children off to school in the morning, they'll be able to pick them up safely at the end of the day. I'm proud of Georgia for leading the way here to require these in all public schools, similar to other government buildings like courthouses or even the state capitol, where I'm talking to you from right now. I think this is a reasonable measure, and we've seen support here at the state capitol get this passed this year.
I was reading that some of these systems can cost north of $10,000 a pop. Georgia gives each public school campus $50,000 a year for school safety. Am I right in saying that? And are those numbers going to change? Because I imagine a lot of that money is already allocated to things like campus officers.
So the bill provides wide discretion to local school boards to decide what system is best to implement. And obviously, throughout the state, you have different campus layouts, different needs. But the answer is yes. The school safety grants that we've had in the budget over the past few years, about $50,000 per school in Georgia, will stay. There's also additional funding in the FY27 budget to allow for infrastructure purchases around rolling out these new weapons detection systems. I should mention that many systems in Georgia do already have them in place. This would just, for any schools that don't have them, they would be rolling those out in the next year and a half.
And sir, you represent the Appalachia high school community where, as I mentioned off the top, 4 people were shot to death by a fellow student in 2024. Another student there said that that rifle never would have reached those hallways if this law had been in place then. How much does that weigh on you personally as you push this legislation?
Well, the victims of that school shooting were my neighbors, constituents. You know, that obviously weighs heavily on my mind. I also just am, as Republican majority leader in the Georgia House, I know that this is an issue that's compelling to Georgians all over the state, that they believe that, similar to courthouses, as I said, you know, we have weapons detection systems already in other government buildings. If the technology is now so advanced with AI software and other means that weapons can be detected easily at points of entry without creating a bottleneck, then it's really incumbent upon us to roll those out across the state to ensure that it's not an unfunded mandate to local governments. They can put these in place so that parents, teachers, and students know that there is safety in our schools.
Yeah, we need to know that we're picking up our children at the end of the day, and that not even be a thought or a worry or question. Your bill still needs final votes in both chambers, correct, before reaching Governor Kemp's desk. Do you have the votes that you need?
Yes, I expect it's going to pass this session, and that will happen in the next week. So we're here in the final stages, and I'm very optimistic it will be enacted.
And I'm praying that other states are watching and taking notes and follow suit. Georgia State Representative Chuck Efstration, thank you, sir, for your time on a Friday morning.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.